Okay, welcome to your first day. We're going to go over a few administrative things to be able to get everything set up to access your tasks and be able to get comfortable in doing the work. So, first thing that we'll have you do is install what's called Dropbox. Dropbox is a nice way for us to share files and videos with you so that you can have your own personal folder that we can drag and drop in new files, again, video trainings, things of that nature that you can have access to. We've already set up a Dropbox account, and I've sent you an email that will allow you to be able to access the folders in the Dropbox. So before you accept that, you'll want to set up your own Dropbox account using your Gmail account. So it's pretty simple. You'll go to dropbox.com, download Dropbox, just follow the instructions here. So when you save the file and run the application, make sure that you get everything installed before you move on to the next step. So if you need to, you can pause this video until you have Dropbox all set up and saved. So hopefully you should have Dropbox installed now. Once you have Dropbox installed, you can go into your Gmail account and accept the invitation that I sent you to access the files in our shared folder. So once you've done that, you should be able to access Dropbox. Down here, you should have this little icon that comes up. So you should be able to open that up and open your Dropbox folder. And you should have the same folder that we do called Williams and Collings. That's the one that I've given you access to. So once you've been able to access that, this is where you'll find different helpful things for you to do your daily tasks. So first thing that you'll find is under daily tasks, there should usually be a document and then a video that you can watch that will correspond with the day. You can see February 5th, or excuse me, April 5th today will be the date that you see there. Once we've finished that daily one, we'll put these into the task archive so that there'll always be the archive here that you can refer back to if you need to. So every time you'll see the new date on there with the new document for that day's tasks that you can read. So we'll keep them all in track for you. And if you need to go back and want to review some things, you can go ahead and go to the task archive. So right here you'll see a document that I'll want you to open up, and we'll go through that together for your first day. So first thing that you'll find is that you'll want to see where the password keeper file is. This holds all the login information for different places that will have you be logging into. So there's a lot of things that require a login and password. So we created a master file inside the Dropbox folder right here called Password Keeper. So if ever there's something that requires a login and password, for example, one site is called Grammarly.com. We have an account with these people that we pay for, and they give us a login and password. You'll find that login and password in the Password Keeper. So that brings us to the second part. After you've accessed this Password Keeper, we'll have you basically figure out what Grammarly.com is. We have some training videos that you'll watch. So those are found if you go to Daily Tasks, Video Trainings, and then here in the Grammarly folder. So there's a part 1 and part 2. Make sure you watch both of those, and there'll be a part where you need to log in with a password. Again, you'll go to the Password Keeper to find those logins. In a short way to explain Grammarly, it's a way for you to check articles in a lot of different ways. Grammar, spelling, the way that you use vocabulary, a lot of different things that'll be nice for you to use after you write an article to check it. Gives you a nice score and gives you ideas of how you can make the article look better. Next place that we'll have you go is watching a few trainings on how we want you to write articles. That'll be found under article writing. There's a few of them in here, and there's only a couple that we want you to watch. One of them is an example of how to write the article. It has an HD there because we record it in high definition, so that's one that you'll watch. Another one that you'll watch is how to rewrite another article. So the last one that you'll watch is the very bottom one here. Properly structured articles based on minimum word count. So make sure that you're watching these articles. If you need to, watch them a couple times. Make sure that you got all the information. There's some specific details in here as far as how many words that you'll be writing, how many times you'll include a keyword, where you'll find these keywords. So there's good training on there to be able to access different files in here as you're writing the articles. So if you need to, like I said, go back and watch a couple of these articles or these videos to make sure that you're up to date on how we want you to write articles. So once you've gotten all up to date on how we want you writing these articles, we'll then want you to watch what's called the WordPress configuration videos. Just watch them in order, top to bottom. Again, that's in the WordPress configuration folder. So you'll just watch these 3 videos. And if you're unfamiliar with WordPress, this should help you get familiar with it. So WordPress, very shortly, again, is nothing more than a way for us to manage our websites, all the content, without us having to know code and HTML and how to do programming. WordPress is a nice program that allows us to change things without having to know, coding again. So once you've gotten trained on the WordPress setup, what you'll do is go to your first article writing assignment. So you can see here, open the group 1 folder for costoflaserhairremoval.org and whiteningteethkits.com. You'll find those under website batch 1 and then under group 1. So again, group 1 is where you'll find those 2. So there it is, Cost of Laser Hair Removal and whiteningteethkits.com. So that's where you'll find some documents within here that will help you in knowing what words to place inside of the article. So you can see here that you'll be writing for each site in this group 1 folder, again, group 1 folder, you'll be writing 5 350 word articles with a 4% main keyword density. So if you don't know what that means, you should have learned that in the previous trainings. So you'll find always what a main keyword is that you'll be writing in these 350 word articles. So once you've written 5 for each, you can do it one of 2 ways. You can see here you can either do it right within WordPress. So you can go straight to the main site, for example, Whitening Teeth Kits, under WP Admin, you should be able to log in right here. So you can either go straight into the posts area and write your article within here, or you can just do it within a Word document and copy and paste it in. So make sure again that you're checking each one of the articles through Grammarly.com before you save the files on WordPress. Always have a text document on your desktop backing up these articles just in case something goes wrong on WordPress. Want to make sure that you always have either a Word file or a text document with these articles in case something happens that we lose them. We've had that happen in the past, so make sure that you keep some copies of these articles that you're writing because you're taking some very good time on it. So you'll find that you'll have 10 articles written by the end of today. Each one of them will be 350 words. Half of them, 5 of them, will be on the cost of laser hair removal and the other half on whitening teeth kits. So if you have any questions, let us know. We want you to ask a lot of questions and make sure that we have you on pace to doing really, really well.